we're back with speaking to Grumpy Man Lieber, Professor Lieber, Commissioner Lieber, Lieber, that dude Lieber. And he's not too impressed with the fact that we know what we know, and we've decided to do this exchange of information, tit for tat, or moob for peck. I don't know. Whatever. But we need to keep going and learning more about the killer and the wolves and the zoo and that jacket. Does he wear it? It looks awfully small. Does it have money in it? And who's that? Who's that? And what is that? Also, that looks like something he got from preschool. Anyway, let's continue on.
The killer isn't one of the zoo wolves, is it?
That is information the press does not have, Mr. Knight. I expect it to stay that way.
I understand.
As you pointed out so loudly at the crime scene, evidence on the killer does not match what we know of the zoo wolves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that?
Either there is a mistake with the zoo record.
I think the zoo would know if they had a reddish-brown hybrid in the wolf camp.
I didn't say it was likely. Another possibility is, of course, that another animal is responsible.
Wild?
Possibly. Maybe. A pet.
A pet? As in, maybe the reason you haven't been able to track the thing is that it's going into someone's home.
It's possible.
It's possible. It could be Fifi, the thing from down the street. She craps on my lawn.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet two wolves escaped from the zoo.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
I love how he gives him this look of like, do you mind explaining? Gabriel, no. No, I don't. But what about the downtown killing? Oh, you know, you're really hurting my segues here.
Tell me about the latest victim.
Male, 52, Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence.
I have no idea what that is. Furrier just makes me think of a furry. And it shouldn't do that.
Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No. Do you?
I read somewhere that wolves are clean animals. They don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
What lair? What are you talking about?
Not sure, actually. Random thought.
So, yeah, good point. I love how Gabriel, he's like piecing it together, but doesn't want to really give him any information, even though he's the police. But they wouldn't believe what he has to say anyway. So what's the point? Ah, good old 90s. The police don't believe you! But yet they want to do the right thing. Or do they? Also, he has electrical tape there. Is that electrical tape? I like to think so. He needs to fix his phone. Just attached to a cord. Poofy, poofy, poofy.
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Hold on. Here is this.
What?
Missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just thought I remembered something. It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt. Crazy.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
So there was a case back in 89 where a girl was killed, and the lady was saying that the wolf did it. The black wolf. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe.
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Suppose not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good. We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Huber for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American P.I.?
You could say that.
And how did the Hubers end up hiring you?
Mutual friends?
I see. And this evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Huber farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
Well, you wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
I am quite serious.
I swear, not a word.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating. But stay out of our way.
Quiet as a shadow. That's me.
You mean Stato. Not shadow, but Stato. You have to stay out of his way. So we've talked everything about talk to Lieber about everything. Words. Say words in sentences. But now we need to go back to the map and take a look at it. Because we learned the last episode that the map is actually shows where the different murder sites were. These are each of the murder places.
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
I suppose.
Because if you see, the other ones happened on the outer end. This one was straight in the center of town. But we need to take... Where is it? Or is it not in the item thing? No. Where is it? He should have a notebook, right? Oh, I guess he doesn't. Oh, I thought I had to copy something down. But nope, so we have a piece of paper here, which is Grossberg.
Grossberg. Didn't Liba say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night?
It's... No, I should have it. Wait, okay. Reader's Journal. Journal. Oh, there it is, his notepad. Haha! Gabriel Knight! Super sneaky, everyone! Super sneaky. Okay, the awkward scene. We need to leave now.
I'm gonna take off.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
Always staying out of trouble. That is my middle name. Stay out of trouble, Knight. Now we need to do a little bit of stuff on the farm. Not too much. See if anything changes. Nope, we just got there. I know sometimes, depending on what part of the game you're in, the coming and going scenes will change. And yes, that bird is still there, being loud and obnoxious. First things first, let's write a letter to Grace. Must speak with words.
I'd better make sure Gracie keeps busy. Elsewhere.
Yes, elsewhere. Because, yeah, no one wants that pile of anger. You know. Ugh.
Grossberg's phone number.
So we have Grossberg's phone number, and we happen to have a phone right there. Coincidence? I think not.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Knight. I'm an American associate of Herr Grossberg's.
Yes? I was just calling the people in Herr Grossberg's address book to notify them. Have you heard that Herr Grossberg has...
Yes, I know about his death.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me your name again so I can check you off the list?
Knight.
Ella Hoffman... I'm not finding you.
Could you check under Vaughn? It's Vaughn Knight.
Oh, so... Yes, Fawn. Von Eigner, von Frank, von Stein. You're not under Von either.
Excuse me, did you say von Agner?
Yes?
Do you know von Agner?
I don't know him. I don't know most of Grossberg's business contacts.
Grossberg knew him.
If this is about money, you're out of luck. All the accounts are locked until someone comes in and takes over. Besides, there's nothing in them anyway.
Really? Well, could you just look up an account balance for me?
I can't. The address book is all I have. The police have taken Herr Grossberg's ledgers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Goodbye.
So von Agner knew Grossberg. Interesting. Very interesting. But now that we're done, we need to refresh our memory, well, Gabriel does, on the books. And I don't really want to read them all again, but I will look at them.
I don't have time to worry about this historical stuff at the moment. I don't think it's got much to do with what's going on here in Munich.
Oh, Gabriel. Oh, you silly, silly little man.
Chapter 3. Lycanthropy, the ways of the wolf.
I'm not going to listen to it all again, trust me.
There are two categories of werewolf cases. False or lycanthropic disorder cases.
I don't think he says
and genuine
anything.
werewolf cases. Lycanthropic disorder. Lycanthropic disorder is a mental condition in which the subject, called the lycanthrope, believes that he or she is a werewolf. The subject is man to beast. In real werewolf,
Yeah, I don't think he says anything, but we have to read it all.
Immortality. The mind of a werewolf. Becoming a werewolf. Damnation. Werewolf packs. Like real wolves, werewolf packs cause immense destruction. Alpha and beta werewolves. It is important to note that symptoms of werewolfery. Therefore, look for symptoms in your human suspects. A good example of this comes from a...
Yay, we read it. Wait, did we have another book? We have to make sure he catches up on anything. So there's that one. Which one did I look at first?
I don't have time to worry about...
Okay, yeah, so we needed to read the lycanthropy book so Gabriel could get a sense of what Grace wanted him to know. But now we have a letter to send. So we must adventure. We must get out the keys in order to adventure. There we go. Onward to adventuring! So we need to go this way. Actually, there's a couple things we need to do here. But mailing, hello guy, mailing the post thing is the first thing we need to do. There we go.
What should I mail?
Oh, the only letter you have, dingus. That's alright. It's supposed to say Post. Yay! We achieved a thing.
That's taken care of.
Yes, sir, it is. Or isht. Right. Let's go speak with our little buddy, Shar Harry. Let's see if he knows any information that we can use. And she's still wearing the same clothes.
Gabriel, come in.
Hey, Harry.
So, hey, buddy. Do you know anything about missing persons?
You mentioned the possibility of my using your secretary for research?
Anytime.
Great. I wouldn't ask, but I need a newspaper search done, and my German sucks.
No problem. What exactly are you looking for?
Missing persons. Actually, missing persons cases that occurred in or near forested areas.
How far back do you want to go?
10 years?
Okay, I can spare her later in the day. We should have it ready for you by tomorrow.
Great. Thanks.
That's all. I just want to use you for stuff and then
I'm
leave you.
off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
Well, actually, we should have went to Harry first and then posted the thing. It would have been easier, I guess. But I don't like doing the easy thing. I like doing things the hard way. Because we have to go back to the club anyway. And let's see if anybody's here now. Other than Von Grumpy Pants. You know.
Good night.
And you, Herr Price? You look a little wet.
Oh, I was visiting a friend nearby, and I thought that I should take a shower before they arrived. I was a bit automatic.
Well. How thoughtful.
Now we're with Mr. Creepy Pants, who everything he says and does just comes off as the most creepiest thing ever. But, may as well talk to him.
Herr Price?
Yes.
Oh, so I thought I had to click on him again. So, we have a lot to discuss. Learning yet another schmackerel of tidbits about another person's life.
Baron von Glau mentioned that you're a lawyer.
Yes. And fortunately for me these days, I have enough money to where I only have to take those cases which interest me. I enjoy my leisure time.
And what do you do with your leisure time?
I entertain.
He says, in a creepy way, with a creepy stare.
Probably a dumb question, but what sort of entertaining do you do?
Do you like women, Herr Knight?
I've been known to.
I adore them. You might call it an obsession. The stalk, the dance, the bait, the hook.
And what do you do once you've hooked them?
Oh, you know. You're quite the pleasurist yourself. Or have I misled you?
You're probably just getting a whiff of the past, Herr Price.
He bones them. He doinks them. He honks them. In a creepy way, probably. Thinking with a ball gag and probably a gimp mask.
What do you think of the club philosophy?
It works, doesn't it?
Does it?
We're all animals. But I deny it.
So you don't believe in suppressing anything?
Why would I want to suppress my urges? If your body wants something, it must be natural.
Well, what if you get the natural urge to rip someone's throat out?
Well, fortunately, my instincts run to pleasure. Of the equally sticky but less fatal kind.
But what about those whose instincts are fatal? Shouldn't they suppress?
I believe that nature handles that scenario when it occurs at night.
And how does it do that exactly?
In the wild, when a member of society does not conform, he is hunted down and executed. End of mutant instinct. And its genetic bloodline.
Tell me about the other club members.
Oh, they're all right. Don't worry about Von Zell. He's a bastard to everyone these days.
PMS?
I don't know what his problem is. Oh, he's always been an arrogant bastard, competitive on the hunts, ambitious. But still, aren't we all? No, he was decent enough at one time. In fact, he was Von Glor's favorite. And he was an asset as a friend. But things change.
Which we heard before. We had heard from both Von Glauer and kind of from Von Zell that they were pretty much, you know, close-knit. But yet, for some reason, that kind of shifted away. And, also Von Zell has had a little bit of a kind of a downtime. He hasn't been having a good couple months or something. I don't know. They didn't really say how long it's been.
And what about the other club members?
Like who?
Hanneman, for example. I've heard he's in line for a position extremely high up in the government.
Henneman, he is a drunk. His days as a political superstar are over. My friends at the courthouse tell me that he has been marked for early retirement. One less politician to worry about, huh?
When did Von Zell begin to change?
Oh, he's been getting worse for a long time. I remember a hunting trip about a year ago. That was the last time I remember that we were all together and having a good time. He must have started getting difficult after that.
So there we go. It's been a year since he started having weird... They started falling out. Or maybe they started falling out later. I guess we'll probably find out.
Seems like you've pretty much written Von Zell off yourself. Any particular reason?
Look, it's one thing when he insults the rest of us. But when he insults a baron, I heard him arguing once. When Glover told Von Zell he did acted stupidly about something or the other. Von Zell was furious.
And what'd he say?
He told the baron that he was weak. Bastard. I don't know why the baron didn't get away with it. I mean, I would have said something at the time, but, well, it was a private conversation.
Uh-huh. When was this?
I don't know. 5, 6 weeks ago?
There, all of the assumptions just come full round, and he explains everything. It's been 5 to 6 weeks since they started having a falling out, because he decided to just say, hey, you're weak, mamma jamma dude. Which nobody should call him a mamma jamma dude.
How was Von Zell an asset as a friend?
He is a banker.
Are you saying he loaned you money?
He's always willing to help out his good friends.
Why would anyone in this club need money? I thought y'all were models of success.
Yes, well, fortunately, I took less advantage of Von Zell's hospitality than some.
And so Von Zell apparently was loaning out money to people in the club. Why would they need money? That is a good question. Why would they need money?
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
Yes.
Really, where?
Oh, I don't know. Just sounds familiar.
Will you tell me if you remember?
Of course.
Ah, the reinforcements have arrived. Now you'll have someone new to probe, Herr Knight.
My brilliant man, good cheer to you both. Where's the beer?
Guten Abend, mein Herr. Ja, good evening.
Guten Abend. Wieder eine Sterne messen wir, ja.
Abend.
Abend.
Meine kleine Familie. How are you all this evening? Hello. Gabriel, I'm glad you could join us.
I need to speak with Savannah. Enjoy your evening, Herr Knight.
Thanks. I will.
Baron. May I speak to you for a minute?
What is it, Bryce?
So now we have tons of new people that we can talk to, and hooray, hooray, hooray. Let's actually do a quick little
Ich
talking.
habe meinen Nachmittagstermin abgesagt. Wir treffen uns hier um 4 Uhr.
Ja, so viel ich weiß, ja.
Ja, so, good evening, Herr Knight.
Henneman, Von Agner?
You care to join us?
Sure. Thanks.
Whoa, there's so many things to say. Let's talk to Von Agner first.
I've spoken to several of the club members today, but I haven't had a chance to speak with you yet, Herr Von Agner.
How tragic. No one in this club talks better than I do.
Oh, true, very true.
Perhaps tomorrow?
I'd be delighted.
And we haven't spoken to you, Herr Henneman.
I haven't had a chance to get to know you yet, Herr Henneman.
Well, I'm already beyond serious conversation tonight, I'm afraid.
Tomorrow's fine. Have you guys heard about the mutilation killing last night? Happened right around the corner.
Awful, simply awful.
I'd meant to get a newspaper, but the time got away from me. Do you have any details?
A few. The victim was a man named Grossberg. He ran a furrier business in town.
Horrible. You know, this zoo wolf business is inexcusable. The mayor has been spoken to, and quite seriously. Even the prime minister is concerned.
Did you know Grossberg, Herr Von Eck?
Me? Grossberg? Why, no, no. Why do you ask?
I just thought you're both in the animal processing business.
Munich is a big city, Herr Knight.
So it is. Ah, well, I was just curious.
I love when he questions things. He doesn't really make it subtle.
So, what were y'all talking about when I came up?
Tomorrow's little excursion. Will you be joining us?
Our monthly hunting trip.
A hunt trip? Really, where?
Our lodge is at Eppenberg. It's in the Bavarian National Forest. We leave tomorrow afternoon.
Well, gosh, you know, that sounds great, but you'd have my gun cleaned and...
Oh, there are plenty of guns at the lodge.
Yeah, Von Eigner, perhaps the Baron did not mean for Herr Knight to join us quite so soon.
Oh, hell, why not? Baron?
Von Eigner?
Our hunting trip tomorrow. Will our new American friend be going with us?
Tonight? Well, I don't see why he could...
Of course not. He's not a club member. He's probably not even registered with the license office.
Nonsense, Gar. The sooner we get to see his technique, the better. We'll just slip him in, and he can register properly when we get back.
But that's not legal.
Since when do you care about legalities? It's only a hunting license?
I agree. I would enjoy Gabriel's presence very much.
Well, enough said. The Baron should certainly get whatever he wants, shouldn't he? Perhaps it will be an interesting exercise at that.
Damn, well that didn't go well. Not that we thought it would. Von Zell hates us, that's pretty apparent. But when we come back, we will see what everybody else is doing, and if they have anything else to say, if we'll get anything new, if Von Zell will quit being a prick. Guessing probably not. But till then, y'all take care, and of course have a good one.